Here's something I know about you. It's something that's come up in my own coaching and mentoring and reflecting today. And it's something that I absolutely know, 100% know, and teach and breathe, and will forget at times. And it's this: you don't need a strategy to tell you what to do. You already know what to do. You know what you want to do. It's in there. Maybe right now you're like, no, I don't. I don't, because that's been me, 100%. And I promise you, you do. I know this about you. You don't need another strategy. What you need, and no one needs anything, and for you to live your freest, best, most embodied and empowered life, what you need is to stop hiding. It's quite a swooping, generic, possibly unhelpful statement. And can you hear it? The only thing, your only job, your only purpose is to stop hiding. And we hide in so many ways. So many ways. I hid for years. I hid as a child. My kids asked me something at bedtime tonight. What did they ask me? Oh, we were talking about laser tag. I was telling them about when I went to laser tag on my 9th birthday. And my score wasn't very good, and I had this like crippling disappointment and sense of failure. And they said, did your mum and dad tell you that you did really well though? And I said, I don't think I told them that that's how I was feeling. I don't think it occurred to me to say anything about that, because I was hiding, because I used to hide a lot without even realizing that's what I was doing. And I think it's something that we're taught. We're taught in schools, we're taught in our families, not consciously, not as a dominant intention from the people who love us. We're taught to hide. Not that part. Don't show that part. That part's not okay. Well, that's embarrassing. You know, we learn it from our friends. We learn it from our life experience. These parts that get hidden under layers of shame or guilt or fear, ultimately. Everything comes back to fear. Now, you get to ask yourself, what am I hiding? When am I hiding? And this still shows up for me. I'm in a world of authentic expression. I sit before you with the intention of being as open and vulnerable and valuable through that vulnerability as I ever have access to. And there's layers to this. I sat in deep inquiry tonight when I was asked a question about actions, aligned, powerful actions. And because I'm in the practice of asking myself powerful questions and watching the dialogue that comes up, so initially it was like, fuck you, I'm taking action. And then I noticed a lot of diminishment, a lot of shrinking, a lot of self-doubt that came up in the presence of that question after I shared some powerful poems and writing that I have a lot of, that are predominantly in notebooks at the moment, and some are here, some are on my social media. Really, really powerful pieces, spoken, written, created in moments of presence with truth. And so this question of like, why not the powerful aligned action? Like, well, what do you mean? And it's because there's still some areas that I uncovered where I've been hiding. And this is a year of integration for me so far. We're in April, we're early on in April as I film this. And this is a year of integration because since finding my spiritual side, uncovering my spiritual side and really going all in on it, hiding that part for a long time because it was weird, I then became very at home in that world. And something that I wrote tonight, I'm writing a book at the moment, and I sit down and I write in presence, and I'd use this question, and my spirituality became a bit of a shield. I became very at home in this sense of oneness that we are, that I feel, that I have viscerally come into contact with multiple times. All love is self-love. Loving of all is loving of self, when you really get down to the truth of it through my experience and understanding. And I sat in this question and I wrote that I use my spirituality as a shield against my humanity. There was a very clear distinction between the two for a while for me. And this is my year of integration. And it's beautiful. It really is. And there's a lot that I'm uncovering in this journey. I did a movement medicine workshop with my mum, where through dance, and I'm very expressive through dance, I love dancing, we were taken through this journey of the inner world and the outer world and back in, and through all of the elements as we went on. But the first time I did this journey, the first time, it was so interesting for me because I walk in and I feel powerful, and I feel open, and I feel vulnerable, and I feel willing to share what my truth is in a bigger and bolder way all the time. I feel like I'm able to do that more and more all of the time. And I do this movement medicine, and we do this journey, and we go into the inner world, and I curl up into a little ball because I'm scared. And then you move into your call it your medial space, which is like your personal space. It's not the body, but it's like your personal space. We all know when someone's invading our space, right? And it was so small. And it felt not permeable. It felt really thick, viscous. And then I move out into the everything else space. And there I felt so at home. So it's exactly what I'm speaking to. And this was an experience I had just a few weeks ago. And there, yeah, I'm like, and I'm crying through this experience. It's incredibly cathartic for me. And so we move from out, and then we bring it back in. And then my personal space feels a bit bigger, and we do this journey throughout the day, multiple times. And I leave the experience with a level of integration that I didn't realize, because we don't, right? There's always another level to get to with every single area of our life. We're always growing into more. We're always getting to know ourselves more. And for me, a huge part of my journey has been learning to love more and more of me as I uncover the layers that I've been hiding, because ultimately always comes down to fear, to simplify it. The parts that have been afraid. And I get to hold myself lovingly as I meet these new layers of myself. And I'm incredibly blessed and grateful to be on this journey, to be supported on this journey, and to be supporting others to fall in love with themselves. All parts, no parts missing. Full embodiment of love of self, which translates into incredible relationships, deepened connections, and a life experience right here, right now, that is beyond anything that I could have imagined before I learned to love and meet myself over and over and over again. So if you're curious about this work for you, then do get in touch. I'd love to have a conversation with you. And if you are in the work, and if there are things that are useful to you, or if this has uncovered anything for you, then I'd love to hear. So leave it in the comments, send me an email. I am sending you so much love, and I look forward to continuing this journey together.